Hello, Facebook. El Facebooko. What's up, guys? What is up? What is up? Let's make sure we got the old boom. I want to make sure my Wi-Fi was on. What is up, guys? How we doing? Perfect. We got lots of people jumping on. Good, good. If you guys are just joining, definitely drop me some likes and drop me some loves. And as usual, I always like to know where everybody's viewing from. What is up, Ali? How are you? Capri, how are you, hun? Miss Tina, hello, Tina. Scotty boy, what's up? How are you guys doing? You guys are gonna love this video. It's gonna be all about branding. This week we're really talking about attraction marketing as a whole. It's one thing I've kind of been hitting on. So we're going to talk about how attraction marketing, branding, some of the other stuff, how it all kinds of plays in with one another. What's up, Crystal? How are you? Deborah, what is up? Hello, Don. How are you? So we're gonna give this a minute. We're gonna let this video get built. Natalie is grabbing some essential oils, going crazy with them. Mr. Francisco, how you doing, sir? Jason, how are you? What's up, guys? What is up? Chase, how are you, sir? We're gonna give this another minute. We're gonna let this thing get built up. I hope everybody's having an awesome day. If you guys can drop me some likes, drop me some loves. We're gonna be talking about branding today. This is gonna be an awesome video. You guys are. It's definitely gonna help you kind of figure out your branding. What is up, Robin? How are you? Miss Nikki, Tani just jumping on. Hello. I hope everybody's having an awesome day. So guys, I've really been focusing on attraction marketing as a whole, and really been pushing that with mentoring our team on attraction marketing. And what I've realized is a lot of people don't really understand what attraction marketing is. So yesterday I did a nice video on attraction marketing as a whole, some of the basics for it. And over the next couple of days, I'm going to really go in and trying to teach and try to mentor on branding, because branding is a huge part of attraction marketing, whether you believe it or not. Your brand is huge. It is very, very big. One of the things I kind of had written down is your brand is your biggest investment you can make in yourself. All right? And a lot of people don't realize that. Your brand is your biggest investment you can make in your business, and it's also your biggest investment you can make in yourself. And when we're talking about branding, guys, we're not talking about branding like, hey, I'm McDonald's and that's it. And like you want to relate to that. But no, we're not talking about that. What are we talking about when we're talking about branding? We're talking about your personal self brand. What do people know you as? All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Kind of first thing I always like to tell everybody is when you're branding yourself, and this is a real good way of putting it. What's up, Jenny? How are you? Jason, how are you, sir? I definitely appreciate the share. If you guys can, drop me some likes, drop me some love, some shares, I definitely appreciate it. So we're talking about branding. Natalie throwing me off over here. Branding is how the market sees you, all right? As a whole, branding is how the market sees you. And so what do I mean by that? Your brand is what people say about you when you are not in the room. So is that good or is that bad? I don't know. To be perfectly honest with you, I've got no clue. Branding as a whole, one of the biggest keys to being successful in attraction marketing, and one of the biggest keys to being very, very successful when it comes to business, is developing a brand. So a lot of people have asked me, they say, Johnny, I don't know I don't know how to brand myself. I just don't know. What is branding? What do I do? How do I do it? Where do I go? How do I start? What is branding? And the great thing, one of the great things about branding is branding can definitely be taught. I have switched my brand several times. I was a bartender. I was known for being a great bartender. I moved over to selling shoes, hence where the name came from, Johnny Jumpman. Hello, Lena. How are you? And then you just kind of focus on and you keep on moving from there. So if you guys, and this is what I was just going to think off the top of my head, if you guys know somebody that you can think of off the top, that you just, when you think of them, you know them, and you know them for that. If you know somebody like that, I want you to drop a 1 in the comments. No matter who it is, where it is, why it is, when you think of somebody, so if you think of Johnny, you think, man, he's that loud dude that goes crazy, be screaming on the camera. Sometimes he gets us pumped up, sometimes he gets real, sometimes he makes me cry, whatever it is, I don't care. When you think of something about somebody, and there may be anybody out there, if you could think of that one person, drop a 1 in the comments, and I want to tell you why. That is their brand. Your brand represents you. That is who you are. That is why you are. That is where you are going. It is very, very simple. So how can you discover your brand? How do you discover that? A lot of people don't know. It can be very, very complicated. The biggest thing that I always tell everybody is when you're trying to discover your brand, you just need to think about a couple of things. One, what are you passionate about? Like in reality, What's up, Ronnie? How are you, sir? What are you passionate about? What is your biggest passion? Think about that. What can you, when you think about something, what is it that just, when you think about it, man, it just lights a fire and you get a straight desire to where you want to succeed in it no matter what it is and you want to be the best. Jen, how are you, hun? I hope you're having an awesome day. Hello, Sheila. Hello. We still got some people jumping on. But when we're talking about branding, what like drives you? Like, what do you want to do? Like, if you had your opportunity to do whatever you wanted to do, regardless of the money, regardless of the time that was invested, if you had the opportunity to do whatever you possibly wanted to do, what would you do? And I want you guys to drop that in the comments. I just generally want to know, what are you interested in? What fuels your desire? What fuels your passion? What makes you pumped up? Like, when you talk about it, when somebody doesn't say something that just like you get irritated about it. You get pissed off. You're like, you know what? Nah, that ain't right. And you can go in and people respect your opinion because of what it is. So what is that? I just want to know. If you guys drop your what is your passion? What is the biggest thing that you're most passionate about in your life? Whether that's your kids, whether that's helping people, whether that's race car driving or hunting or fishing. What is your passion? All right? And this is where we're going to kind of go with this, all right? When you are trying to figure out your brand, you have got to pick something you are passionate about, because if you are not passionate about it, very, very plain and simple, it's not going to keep you involved. It's not going to keep you interested. So I always tell everybody this, and this goes with branding, and this also goes with your job. If you don't see yourself doing that job in 20 years, why are you doing it? You're wasting your time. Don't show up for a paycheck. That doesn't help. You do not develop a brand for a paycheck. What happens is when you develop a brand, the paycheck chases it. And the great thing about branding yourself, this is the best part about it. When you brand yourself as a champion and everybody knows you for being something great. What's up, James? How are you, sir? When you brand yourself and people know you for whatever it is, they'll pay you for your passion. They will pay you for your knowledge. They will pay you for your research. They will pay you to find out every single thing there is to know about whatever it is that you're doing, because you are known as the best. And when you're known as the best, guess what? People just gravitate towards that. They gravitate. James, I hope you're having an awesome day, bro. I haven't seen you since conference, man. Rock on, bro. So, Key. Again, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? So what do we do from there? Set some goals. Set some goals. So what do you want to do? Hey, you got to set some goals. You got to make a plan. You got to make a plan. Guys, how do you know where you're going if you don't have the destination written out? If you don't have a plan written out? You do not know where you are going. I can guarantee it. It's 100%. I'm not speaking it out of existence. Man, that's just how it is. You have to know where you're going before you can get there. It's very, very plain and simple. And then the last biggest thing, guys, you got to put in work. Very, very plain and simple. You got to put in work. If you want to be the best at being whatever it is you are, you can't sit back and have all the knowledge. Hell no, you got to apply that knowledge. You got to become a champion, and that's how you do it. So, again, how do people perceive you? So, whatever it is you're trying to get branded at, how do people perceive you in whatever it is? If people don't know you for whatever it is you're trying to get branded at, so work hard. Work a little bit harder at it. Become more knowledgeable. Get your experience. Like, you got to do what you got to do. And then the next big thing is whenever you're really trying to focus on branding yourself, you really need to make sure that you're growing a network within your brand. That's very, very plain and simple. You have to make sure you're growing a network inside your brand. So if you're trying to brand yourself as someone who is a chef, don't be over here trying to talk to people and grow your network in the bodybuilding industry. That's not going to work. We're bodybuilders. We got to be calorie restricted. I can't even enjoy that shit. When I see you posting them pastries and them treats, that makes me irritated. I want to unfollow you because I don't want to see that. It's very, very plain and simple. If you're over here and you're trying to be a leader, you're trying to be a motivator, you're over here and you got a bunch of people that you're following, or you're trying to grow your network out in the car industry, it's probably not going to work out for you very well. You've got to make sure that you are growing your network accustomed to whatever it is you're trying to brand yourself on. So if you're trying to sell health supplements, hey, get your knowledge up in the health and industry field, the health industry. Go to gyms, talk to people in the gyms, talk to people that are generally interested in health, in holistic, in alternative medication, whatever it is, supplements. That is how you brand yourself. And when you brand yourself, people come to you. That is what you want to be doing. So how do we do this? You be original. You've got to be original. You've got to be consistent. You've got to be consistent. You got to post videos, value. You've got to add value to whatever it is that you're possibly doing. And you guys will hear me touch on several things when I'm making these videos over the last couple of days, plus going into the next couple of days. I'm going to touch on a couple of things that are getting to sound a little bit repetitive, but what you'll start to see is they all kind of roll into one another. What's up, Shannon? How are you? Nick, how are you, sir? Hope you guys are doing awesome. And if you guys are just joining me, drop me some likes, drop me some love, share this video. This is going to be great. It's going to help with everybody for branding. And again, I'm all big on helping people. That's why I love to make these videos. Every single day, 8 o'clock. Today it was 8:05, but every single day, 8 o'clock, I'm going to be making a video. It's going to be strictly based on trying to help with business development, trying to help with leadership skills, trying to help with self-development. Hey, I might get on here and go ham bone, just screaming, going crazy in the phone. You know how I am. But you got to be original. And when you're original, people appreciate it. When you're original, people know that you're real and they know you're not a fake. They know you're not a phony. That is the biggest thing. Guys, you want to build rapport with people. And when you build rapport with people, people know you as being the best. They know that you're original and they know that they can trust you. Originality shows trust. Very, 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 very key. And once you started to grow your network, all right, once you started to really grow your network and you've really started to focus on who you want in there, be picky. Man, be picky. Don't just let anybody in your network. Don't just, if you get 100 friend requests today, do you just go through and accept every single friend request? No. You get on there and you're going to go through. You're going to screen them. You're going to see who these people are. Why are they sending you a friend request? What are they doing? You want to make sure that you're somewhat picky when you're growing your network because your network is your net worth. Who you surround yourself with, it determines who you are. You are who you surround yourself with. So if you're not branding yourself the right way with the right people, you're not going to brand yourself. You can't be trying to brand yourself as being successful when you surround yourself with a bunch of fucking losers. Come on, man. Guys, that's like one of the biggest things. I've never understood that. Sorry, I don't, and you know what? Every now and then F-bomb drops, but it is what it is.
Hi, Joe Kids.
Hi, Joe Kids. I don't mean to do it, but every now and then one slips. But it's the truth, though. I get excited. Hey, man, y'all can sense the passion. It's very, very true. Don't be fooled. All right. Don't be fooled by people that do not make an impact, all right? So leadership. We're talking about leadership a little bit here on this one, again, with being original. People can somewhat, you can look at people and you can think, you know what, man, this person looks like they're going to really make an impact in the business. But if they're not making an impact, then guess what? They're not branded. When you brand yourself, you make an impact in whatever it is you're trying to do. So if you're trying to be great in health and fitness, if you're known for being great in health and fitness and you're great at giving fitness advice or writing nutrition protocols, helping people with diet, helping people step on stage, you make an impact. And whenever you leave, I posted a status earlier, when you make an impact and people don't appreciate your presence, what happens is you've got to make them appreciate your absence. All right? And that comes with branding. That really does. You want people to come to you. That is the key. When people come to you and you stop hunting people and you become the hunted, that's whenever you are really, really focusing on branding yourself. And again, that goes into attraction marketing. Shout out to Dan Pearson for saying that one last night, because that one definitely kind of stuck with me. I like that. When you stop focusing on becoming, when you stop focusing on becoming the hunter, and you start focusing on people start focusing on you, on hunting you down, you no longer have to hunt. That's whenever you become branded, and that's whenever you know you're doing something right. Know who your target audience is, all right? And this is a big one too. When you're branding yourself, and this kind of goes in with what we were talking about with your network. Guys, get this out of your head. Your product, your service, you are not for everybody. I don't know why everyone thinks that, you know what, I have the best service in the world, I got the best products in the world, everybody needs to be on them. No, they don't. Not everybody needs to be on them, and the quicker you get that in your head, the quicker you lose that ego, and the faster you're going to start growing your business. Everybody don't need your product, okay? Certain people need your product, and you need to focus on those people that do, and stop trying to convince the people that don't, because what ends up happening is you waste your time, you waste your brand, you waste your energy. Very, very plain and simple. I don't even need to go in on that one. Be humble. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, I need some water. Whew. Be humble. Stop telling people about your accomplishments. People don't care about your accomplishments. People relate to your struggle before they relate to your success. All right? When you brand yourself, all right? When you brand yourself, people know that you are successful. You don't need to brag about it. All right? If people are coming to you, they don't need you to be shoving your accomplishments down their throat. They don't need that. Stay humble and take the focus off of yourself and put the focus on them. And this is in turn a great leadership skill as a whole. You got to stop focusing on yourself and you got to really start focusing on other people, because when you do this and you start focusing on helping other people, that's when you really see, dude, how much value can you provide to yourself? Man, you know what? I know everything there is to know about everything in the world. Well, that's great. That's not great if you're not helping other people. You got to help other people. And when you start helping other people, that's when your value increases, and that's when your brand, boom, skyrockets, goes through the roof. Routine. Got to be consistent. Get consistency. Consistency is branding. Branding is consistency. You will hear me talk about it. You've got to be consistent. And when you become consistent, that is whenever you really, really start to grow your brand. I want to talk about consistency real quick. Guys, my first live video I did at the beginning of the week, people are now starting to see, hey, you know what? Johnny's on at 8 o'clock. I'm on at 8 o'clock. I'm going to go live every night at 8 o'clock. That's when I'm going to be on. That is consistency. People will start to show up every single night at 8 o'clock because they know, hey, you know what? I wonder what Johnny's going to talk about. They don't know what I'm going to talk about. They probably don't even care about what I'm going to talk about. But guess what? I'm branding myself. They know it. It's stuck in their head. Some people care. Some people don't. You know, it gets stuck in their head. And guess what? People look forward to it. When they look forward to it, that's whenever you really start to explode and your brand really starts to go. All right, those I got to come back to that because I had to tack a couple extra stuff, or an extra page on. Sorry guys, you know, every now and then I do get a little bit hectic with it. Big thing is you want to make sure that when you're branded or when you're branding yourself, you want to make sure that you're providing a service. You definitely want to always make sure you're providing a service. This kind of goes back into figuring out your niche and really figuring out what can I do to better help myself. What can I do to better help other people? I don't care. You got to take yourself out of the equation. When you take yourself out of the equation, your brand is really going to explode. No matter what it is. You will be so surprised at how your brand explodes. And guys, get visual. You got to get visual. Put time, put consistency, put effort in. And again, guys, these are the do's of branding yourself, okay? I do have a small list, about 6 things of what you should not do, which I'm going to go over in about 5 minutes. I say 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, maybe 6, maybe 20. I'm just saying, no, it won't be 20, I promise you. This video is not going to be super long. But you want to make sure that you're visual. You want to make sure that you're being original, and the originality is really going to show with your visuals. So just for a perfect example, I'm Johnny Jumpman. Everybody knows me. Hey, that's Johnny Jumpman, Johnny Jumpman. I guarantee you guys, every single time you go to the mall, every time that you see somebody wearing a pair of Jordans, every time you see a Jordan emblem, I don't even got a Jordan hat on right now. Every time you see that Jordan emblem, y'all are going to think of Johnny Jumpman. I didn't make that emblem. The name is replicated with the emblem. So every time you see that, that little thought's going to be there. And now the fact that I'm even saying it, it's really going to be there. And that's how it is. And that is how you really get yourself involved in branding. And that's how you really start to explode. So going into the next thing, your name. Your name itself. Your name needs to be somewhat catchy. Now, we're not talking about necessarily branding a business. We are, but we are not. Natalie is Miss Fitness Princess. Everybody knows her as Miss Fitness Princess. She was branded as that. That's how she is. That's who she is. People know her as that. I'm Johnny Jumpman. I'm going to tell you this. I'll probably go back through these comments, and I guarantee you, people think of me in so many different ways. You see the Jumpman emblem, you think of me? I don't know how many times I'll go through my comments and I'll see that stupid Drake song. Jumpman, Jumpman, Jumpman. Oh my God, that's all I see. Johnny's up to something. Oh my God. But it's branded. People know me. They're like, yo, and it gets repetitive. It gets funny. I mean, it is what it is. But it's catchy. And it's catchy. And every time, and the same thing. Now, every single time you guys hear that Drake song, y'all going to be saying in the back of your head, you're going to be going, man, that's Johnny over here. He'd be screaming in the microphone and stuff. But having a name that is very, very catchy, it's very, very positive for social media. In recent, I will definitely tell you, be very, very careful and select on your name, because Facebook is right now going through and doing mass deletes on ghost profiles. I told you to bust the rap. You did tell me to bust the rap yesterday in my video. That's so funny. But you want to make sure that you're branding yourself with a name that people know, a name that people can know, a household name, so to speak, whether that's your website, whether that's your business, whether that's who you are. Branding yourself with a name that people know and people are going to remember is very, very positive. Guys, have fun. You got to have fun. I love doing these live videos. I love it. It's literally, it's kind of grown into a passion for me. Natalie just like sits over here and she's got earplugs in right now because it's like, man, this guy screams and yells so much. We'll be sitting here on the couch watching a movie and I'll be talking and like, or we'll be talking, going through a voice message or sending a voice message to somebody and I'm like yelling across the room because I'm so excited. I don't know. It just gets me passion. Have fun though with what you're doing. And when you're having fun and people can sense your energy, they know that's somebody I want to join. It brands you. I mean, people know me as being loud and exciting and like the outspoken dude, the guy that tells it how it is. You got to show people who you are. Show people you're original. Be valuable with your content. Make sure your content is very, very valuable. That's one of the biggest things that I can tell you. But guys, the biggest thing I can tell you, make people fall in love with you. I don't care what it takes. Make people fall in love with you, and when you make people fall in love with you, they will go to war for you and they will die for you. I'm telling you, that simple. That is the key to, you want the biggest tool that I can tell you to branding yourself. Make people fall in love with you. When you make people fall in love with you, people follow you. And when people follow you, I'm going to tell you what it is. When people follow you, man, they will do anything for you. Being a leader and building a brand are hand in hand. But I'm going to tell you guys, not everybody that's going to follow you is going to be a leader. Leaders attract leaders, yes. But not every single person that follows you is going to be a leader. So don't be discouraged if you've got followers. Man, branding yourself is built on followers. And that is the great thing about social media. Man, you can build a legitimate following without having to be out there. I can build the same following that Kim Kardashian's got if I really put my time and my effort into it. You can do it. You can't say that you can't. You can. There are absolute nobodies out there in social media world that have got millions and millions and millions of followers, and that's all because they're people of influence. I made a video the other night about influence. You know, and that's really what it is. When you become a person of influence and you become a person that people look forward to seeing and people fall in love with you, man, they look forward to your content and they look forward to seeing what you're going to do. Whether it's right or wrong, people don't care. They just when they fall in love with you, it's about you, and that's how it is. And if you guys, you know, I really, really appreciate you guys jumping on this. I definitely do, very much so. Kind of going to the next part, make sure your brand is a fit for you. So me, I am the loud, outspoken type. I like to be not necessarily center of attention. Do I like to be center of attention? Oh, she's over here. She's smiling and she's shrugging. I guess I kind of do. I like the spotlight. But for me, yeah, I mean, Natalie and I both like the spotlight. But I like to be the loudest person. I do like to be the loudest person in the room. And it's not necessarily, I do believe in that the loudest person in the room is the weakest person in the room. But I'm going to tell you this, not the room that I'm in. That's for damn sure. Nope, not at all. Because I'm going to tell you, I educate myself. And that is the key. So if you're going to be that loud person and you're going to be the branded person, make sure you're educated. Make sure you know what you're talking about. Because if not, you sound stupid and you lose credibility. And that's the key. You got to make sure that you're knowledgeable. And that comes with passion. That comes with figuring out your fit, so to speak. You want to make sure that no matter what it is that you're going into, make sure that you're the smartest person. I will tell you, if you are the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. But you want to make sure that you're knowledgeable about what it is you're doing. You want to make sure that it is that you're knowledgeable about it. And if you're embarrassed to be a part of something, I always tell people this. Like, I know there's a lot of guys, especially with our business, with It Works. We get a lot of people that come in, and it's a lot of men in particular, and they're embarrassed. They don't want to talk about it. Dude, if you're embarrassed, chuck them. Dude, you don't need to be doing it.
Gotta go.
You gotta go. You cannot talk about something that you are embarrassed about. If you are doing something on a daily basis and you are self-conscious about it,
You gotta believe in it.
man, how do you expect to get people to believe in you, believe in your products if you don't even believe in yourself? You can't. You can't do it. It's very, very plain and simple. You got to be passionate about it. Don't be a part of something that makes you feel self-conscious too. And I don't care what that is in life. If that is whatever it is, if you ever go to do something and it makes you feel crunchy, so to speak, man, you just remove yourself from that situation, because you're doing more harm than you are doing good. And again, we're going to talk about consistency, guys. You got to get consistent. There are so many ways out there for you to get consistent. Meeting people face to face. You want people gossiping about you, but you want them gossiping about you the right way. All right. There's nothing wrong with having people. There's no bad publicity. We just had one of our ambassadors one of our ambassadors of our company, she got put on blast on a radio show. First off, she's about to make $1 million off that radio show because there is no such thing as freedom of speech. Let me tell you that. And going in a little bit further than that, guess what? There's no such thing as bad publicity. There is no such thing as bad publicity. Not at all. Haters are always going to run their mouth. But that's how your name gets out there. You know what I mean? And I've never met a hater that's doing better than me. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I ain't never met a hater that's doing better than me. Not at all. It ain't happening. It's never happened. I don't know who. I've never met one. People that are successful don't have time to hate. I don't have time to hate on anybody. I don't care about what's going on in your life. I don't care. As long as you're being successful, that's what I do care about. I want people to be successful, and that's what it is. And when you start praying for people's success and stop praying for their downfalls, that's when you make it to the next level, and that is when you brand yourself. Why? Because you care. Oh my God, you care. And it's that simple, guys. That simple. Business cards. If you use them, use business cards, man. There's nothing wrong with that. I was actually going to get some business cards wrote up with Johnny Jumpman on them, but I mean, you know, we got business cards. Use business cards. There's so many branding techniques out there. Just get your name out there. Get people talking. Talk to people face to face. That's the key on building relationships, guys. It's a separate topic. Build relationships, though. You got to build relationships, and when you build relationships and people start to know who you are and why it is and what you do, how do you expect to get your name out there if you ain't talking to people? You can't. You're not going to. You got to make sure that you're getting your name out there. Very, very plain and simple. I'm going to go over a couple things that are don'ts that will screw your brand, and then we're going to end this video. If you guys have any questions, you can definitely drop some questions. Some of the big things that I would stay away from. Again, people love people that they can trust. So if you're not someone that you can trust, if you're a phony, people are gonna sense it. People can always sense phonies. Hello, Shannon's kids say hello. Hey. So you lose credibility that way, and when you lose credibility, your brand goes downhill. There is bad publicity if your bad publicity is getting looked at the wrong way. Okay. Bad publicity, you got two people that are hating on you. Hey, you know what? That is what it is. That's going to happen. That comes with success. But if you've got nothing but people that are talking down and talking bad about your product because you screwed somebody over or because maybe you did something that was unethical, I'm going to tell you that is bad publicity. Yes, that's different. That's not even bad publicity. That's bad branding. You are a business owner. If you're posting stuff that's controversial on your Facebook, that's just not even smart. That's not smart. You don't want to label yourself as somebody that's like that. Because again, you lose credibility. I had to take a breath before I said this. Lord have mercy. We're talking about do's and don'ts of branding. You ready for this? Stop cold messaging. Stop. Like, I want to scream. Stop. Stop cold messaging. You lose credibility for your brand like that. Like that. Do you want to be a part of something that's known as being a spammer? Stop doing it. Stop doing it. I'm going to tell you right now, network marketers look down upon those people that send out 100 million messages saying the same thing every single time. Stop doing it. Stop. There is no good that comes from it. Nothing. You are not benefiting yourself. You are not I'm gonna keep it real short, sweet, and simple. Just stop. You're losing credibility. Stop. Modern Facebook algorithms. You want to be real with it, real quick. I'm gonna go the nice route about it. Modern Facebook algorithms are messing your page up. They are messing your brand up. How do you expect to get your name out there if Facebook says, "Man, this person's a spammer because they're messaging hundreds of people a day"? Guess what? Your visibility goes down. Plain and simple. Stop doing it. That is. Maybe that worked 10 years ago. Maybe that worked 5 years ago. Maybe that worked 3 years ago. That don't work now. I promise you it don't work. I'm not telling you that because I'm worried about my reputation getting ruined. You can ask anybody on my friends list. I don't cold message. That isn't how it works. You build relationships with people, and then guess what? You don't have to cold message. You build interaction with people, and then you don't have to cold message. Cold messaging is killing network marketing. And guess what? This is the crazy thing. Network marketing is not dying. So what does that mean? That means cold messaging is killing your brand and your business. Update on 420. Okay, so there was a Facebook update, Instagram update for the apps and for the software on the 20th of April. And this is touching a little bit on cold messaging because I am trying to get away from that. But you are getting blocked. Okay, you are getting blocked 100%. They did this update because they are getting rid of automated systems. If you are using an automated system, you are killing your brand, you are killing your business. 100%. You can tell me, oh, well, you know, it does this or it does that, and you know, it helps me with getting leads. Yeah, but are those people working? Are those people staying in the business? Are those people continuing to run an auto ship? Are those people continuing to stay with your business? Are those lifetime customers? No, they're not. You want to know why? Because you didn't build a genuine relationship with them. You are killing your brand. Killing your brand. And I'm going to tell you guys something, and it's happened to me it's happened to me actually 2 days ago. I woke up with 4 or 5 messages in my inbox, and I actually didn't read the messages the first time, because if you send me a link or if you send me a script from the start, if I didn't like or comment on your stuff, if I didn't comment on it, okay, if I didn't comment something that was like showing interest to your business, and you're sending me a message that's an automated message because I liked your post, and it's saying the same thing that the message above that and the message above that and the message above that says, you don't think that Facebook is paying attention to that? Wrong. So on 420, what Facebook started doing is they started paying attention to your behavior patterns on your messaging. So if you're going to be one of those people that wants to send out 100, 200, 300, 400 messages a day, and you want to post the same copy and paste message, change a word or two up here and there, change the name, they know what you're doing. They're not stupid. The only people that send out 100 to 200 to 300 messages within a span of an hour are people that are spamming people. I don't ever remember a time in my life, I don't ever remember a time in my life where I woke up and I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to message 100 people the same message. You know what? I'm going to message every single person. Hey, how you doing? You don't do that. You know who does that? People that are trying to sell something. That is who does that. Facebook wants money. They are the 3rd biggest monopoly right now in the world. They're the 3rd largest business. You don't think they're about making money? If you ain't paying for Facebook ads, I'm going to tell you right now, stop it. Don't do it. The way these automated systems are working, they're killing your business. They have actually started taking a shutdown on these systems, and people have started losing their Facebook profiles and their Instagram profiles because of this. And people don't realize it. You are losing your Facebook and your Instagram profiles because of these automated systems that are doing this liking and commenting and following and adding and befriending and commenting. There's nothing genuine. It notices the pattern, and then it notices the pattern when you're on. If you've got these systems working for 12, 13, 14, 15, 18 hours a day, and then all of a sudden you're going through and you're having an hour where you actually are on that system and you're really going to work and you're doing what you normally do on it, it notices the change in the behavioral patterns, and then it goes right back to doing what it was doing. So what it was doing is the stagnant. So at that point, guess what happens? It realizes what's going on. Automated systems are killing your brand, and they're making you lose credibility. I'm just saying. There's nothing genuine about building a relationship with an automated system that's doing the work for you. How do I, it doesn't work. Scripts. So we're going to talk about automated systems using scripts. Guess what? Stop using scripts. If you're using scripts, if you're using copy and paste, stop doing it. It's not working. It will kill your brand. There's nothing more annoying than me talking to 4 or 5 people doing the same company, and I'm getting the same messages from all 4 or 5 of those people. You just lost credibility. I'm not ordering a product from you. I would rather order a product from someone that says something that's short, sweet, and simple, that goes, hey man, you interested in trying a wrap? Are you interested in trying a wrap? Because guess what? I didn't just get this, hey, I'm looking for 20 product testers for trying my wraps this month, doing this and doing that. Come on, man, that sounds like a script. Are you ready now? Can I get you started? Are you ready to be a 3-month challenger? That sounds like crap. And this is going into the next thing. Use voice messages. Guys, if you're using voice messages, I'm going to tell you, you're going to brand yourself faster than anything in the world. You want to know why? Because voice messages aren't script. People can hear, they can feel, they can sense. They know what is going on. When you are branded yourself, when you've branded yourself and you've really started using and taking a hold of those voice messages, it's a game changer to your business. Again, scripts that kill your business. They really do. And when you're going through and you're sending that same script that, just say, for example, maybe 100 people on your team are sending the same exact thing, you don't think that Facebook pays attention to that? Jesus Christ, these people pay attention to everything that's going on in the world. They know everything you know. They want you to make sure that you're basically entering your personal information. They have these systems nowadays set up to where they're tapped right into your bank account. They know everything there is to know about you before you even realize it. Mark Zuckerberg is probably the biggest nerd when it comes to knowing everything there is to know about everybody. Hence the reason why he made a social site that he can go in and personally get personal information from. This guy is not cutting any corners. He knows what every single step you're making, your team's making, people around you are making. Oh no, they're owned by the government, that's for sure. And they know what is going on. So guys, stop using scripts. That doesn't work. That doesn't help your brand. That hurts your brand. I personally would rather talk to 5 people a day, build 5 genuine relationships, and have 5 future potentials. Whether it's for my service, whether it's for my being a customer, whether that's for signing up and being part of my organization, part of my team. Hey, that is genuine. That is real. That is felt. Stop trying to become a millionaire tomorrow by signing 100 people today and start looking at the longevity of things. Because when you do that, you build consistency, you build reputation, and you build a dynasty. That's the definition of a true legacy. A legacy isn't something that's built today and then gone tomorrow. A legacy is something that's built over the span of the next 10 years and lasts for the next 3 lifetimes. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. And when people get that in their head, they will really, really change the way they outlook on their business. And the last thing I'm going to say is we were talking earlier about adding people to your network. Stop adding people with no purpose. Really, really focus on who you're adding. That is huge. You really want to focus on who you're adding. If you're adding people that absolutely have no means of adding or being added to your friends list, to your news feed, why are you adding them? Why? They don't need to be there. Get rid of them. If you're scrolling through your news feed and you're seeing irrelevant junk, get rid of them. Why are they there? They don't need to be there. Get rid of them. When you're adding people to your network, you need to really, really focus on, you know how I look at it, to be perfectly honest with you? And first off, stop mass adding. If you're mass adding people, you're spamming. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is recent Facebook stuff. Stop mass adding people. Add people with purpose. If you go through and you add 300 people in a day, you got 300 people that accept. Do you know how time consuming that is to go on every single one of their pages and like and comment and interact and send them a message and really start talking to them? You can't do it. So what happens? You end up falling back to that trap of, I got to send them a cold message. What do? You send them a cold message. They're never going to pop up in your news feed. There's no benefit to adding 300 people at one time because those 300 people are not going to see the stuff that you're posting. Add people with purpose. When you add people with purpose, you specifically target who you want on your brand. I am very, very savage with my friends list. You have to be. You have to be. I look at people and I say, you know what? You don't look like you would fit my organization. You don't look like somebody that I would call if I was in a tough spot. You don't look like somebody that I would have Thanksgiving dinner with. You don't look like somebody that is like me. You don't look like a go-getter. You don't look like a winner. Why do I want to be friends with you? If you wouldn't be friends with this person in real life, then why are you friends with them on social media? If it's not somebody that you would hang out with, that you would go get drinks with, not somebody that you would call buddy, that you would invite to your wedding, why are you friends with them? Why? Build relationships with purpose, and when you do that, you brand yourself. Because why? People know who you are. Very plain and simple. They know who you are. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, I definitely appreciate it. I want to scroll through and make sure I didn't miss any comments. Drop me an emoji if you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely appreciate it. Can algorithms be fixed? When I started a totally cold message and spam, lack of experience of instruction. Now I'm more personal in building relationships. No, algorithms are not going to be fixed. They are locked in. They are current, and they are constantly adapting, and they are getting worse.
Fix yourself.
No. Well, okay, you're talking about algorithms. Algorithms can be fixed. Algorithm is a term that is what's weighted. Okay, so your algorithm is what is currently weighting and what is weighting with the visibility, the interaction that is on your page. Branding yourself can boost that, but the ways to get yourself out of the algorithm, that's a completely separate video, to be perfectly honest with you, and that would have me on here talking for another 15 minutes. You can boost your algorithm. Yes, you can. You can definitely boost your algorithm. But I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to stay away from a lot of those don'ts that I just talked about, because if not, you're never going to fix it. Other than that, if you guys, I'm going to check back through and make sure that there aren't any other comments. You guys have an awesome night, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed this, drop me some likes, drop me some love, share my video. I definitely appreciate it. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 8. Bye.